Welcome to the next edition of Full Moon's Videozone. You know, I forget what number we're at. You know, in the beginning I used to say, welcome to the 4th edition, the 5th edition. I think we're somewhere around 11 or 12 or 13. And it's kind of bizarre because every month I sit down and I try to say hi to all you guys out there. There's about 40,000 members now of the Full Moon fan club, and that's really amazing and very gratifying. And every time a letter comes in, which are, you know, hundreds every single week, we read them, and we read them with great joy and appreciation. And it just feels good to know that you guys are kind of digging what we're doing here. It was a lot of fun making Trancers 3. The 3rd episode of the Jack Death trilogy, I think, turned out really, really well. My only regret personally is that I was not able to direct this one. But I think Courtney Joyner did a terrific job, and it was a lot of fun having Tim Thomerson back, and Helen Hunt, and Megan Ward, and Thelma Hopkins, not to mention all the new actors who appeared in this episode and did such a cool job. And, you know, on top of that, what's also very exciting for us right now is we finished shooting a film called Robot Wars, and we're in the final special effects stage, which involves tremendous work from Dave Allen and his group with all these really cool robots. And for those of you who've seen Robot Jocks, this is a sequel of sorts, and I think you'll be real pleased with, you know, with this picture. That's the next film that you'll find in your stores after Trancers 3. So keep watching them, and I'll see you on the next edition.
Who are you, man, and why are you here?
Jack's back, but so are the Trancers. Only this time, they're new and improved. Now it's up to Jack Death to save the world in the action-packed sequel, Trancers 3.
Each one we do, the Trancers get a little more threatening with technology, with special effects makeup and stuff, so that's what's different. And also, I think the look is going to be a lot different. It's going to be a little darker, a little more, maybe a little more violent, but trying to hold that same tone of tongue-in-cheek. So that's basically the day-to-day difference.
You may have noticed that Jack Death himself has changed a bit.
He doesn't have to bleach his hair anymore, and he's got a buzz cut. So that's the difference, that I don't have to do head dips and you know, and brown dye.
There've been a hell of a lot of changes around here, Jack. How you been?
Also sporting a new look is Alice Stillwell, Jack's first wife, played by Full Moon favorite Megan Ward.
The rough and tough Alice. Hands dirty, no more silk blouses. Yeah, I like the new Alice. I think Alice has always been this way. I think that she's comfortable with fighting wars, and fighting Trancers is what she does best. And I think, oh well, gosh, she wishes the war was over. Jack, if we don't make it...
You'll see me again, Alice. You're the best thing that's happened to me in 2 centuries.
Better get to Lena.
Alice got pretty hardcore. She went up the line. She had to change her character from this sort of whimsical little wayfish kind of first wife who was tough into this hard-bitten, a la Linda Hamilton Terminator, Sarah Connor type person.
Come on. No comparisons, please. I wish.
Moving up the ranks with the rest of them is Commander Raines, played by Thelma Hopkins.
When I started the first movie, I think I was an engineer. The second, I was a lieutenant. The third, I was a commander. And this film, I get to move up again. And I think there is too little of that in the industry. The thing that I like most about it is it's not pointed at. There's nothing said about my being black.
That's funny. I think it sounds even worse than it looks. It sounds so thick.
A little grunge is worth a promotion, you know.
Can I help you?
The final cast member to be reunited from the previous Trancers is Helen Hunt as Lena, another one of Jack's exes.
Since the last time you saw Lena, she has been struggling it out with Jack Death, who's become harder and harder to live with. Till the first time you see her in this movie, they are on the brink of divorce. It's a very strange little thing to keep coming back and doing, but I somehow couldn't bear to have this final thing happen and me not be there, so.
You got a nice life, Lena.
Take care, Jack.
See you.
Feels like this is a nice wrap-up of the whole thing, you know? That's what it feels like right now.
Then we cut.
Longtime Trancers fans may have noticed that Charles Band has passed the directing reins to first-time director Courtney Joyner.
Charlie really gave me the keys to the Rolls Royce in a way, because the Trancers films are considered like the top-of-the-line full moon product. They always get the best casts. We had some very, very experienced, very big, recognizable actors. People like Helen Hunt and Andy Robinson, and everyone was all jazzed because, oh my God, we've got the villain from Dirty Harry.
That villain is probably the best bad guy ever, Andrew Robinson, who comes to us as the Twisted Colonel Daddy Mother.
It's a combat name. I was mother and father to those boys in the field.
It's very basic. It's, you know, it's your demagogue. It's your totalitarian type of leader. It's this guy who is selling a bill of goods to a bunch of other people to do his bidding, and for however he wants to use them.
My little bureaucrat.
Who are you people? How did you get in my living room anyway?
Colonel!
Tail sticks. Tail sticks. Tail sticks.
Tim Thomerson provided most of the comic relief throughout the shoot, and it proved to be contagious.
I've known Tim now for like 15 years or 15 years. And like within 5 seconds, it's as if no time has passed.
Bye!
He doesn't get the girl in this
I never get the girl in any of these.
And Courtney Joyner, who also wrote the script, tells us why.
I wanted someone who could handle a gun. I wanted someone who could be Jack's equal in a combat situation, which we see in the movie, which is nice. And the fact that they're attracted to each other, but, you know, they never get together, I also like that, because that's kind of film noirish, and, you know, I love you, baby, but I got, you know, somebody to kill, you know, which is cool.
Jack Death's cool sidekick is the feisty RJ, played by newcomer Melanie Smith.
I think RJ really looks up to Jack. I think Jack really gets a kick out of RJ. I think that had the film been written differently, they could have been, you know, I could have been his protege. They could have been a real, you know, kind of fighting team.
She's one of Jason's CIA dorks. We've been tagged.
You're good, sweetheart. You're real good.
Melanie Smith had a wonderful time working with Tim Thomerson.
He's got a great sense of humor. He knows when to be there, and he knows when it's okay to just have a good time. He's professional. He's talented. He's going to owe me money for this. I'm giving him so many compliments.
No offense, RJ, but if this is a setup, I'm gonna turn you into fish food.
And speaking of fish,
What the hell are you?
Jack's other partner against crime is the android shark, played by R.A. Mahela, who was too busy to be interviewed. But we promise you'll see more of him next time. Another new recruit caught up in the Colonel's scheme is Dawn Billings as Janice Sharp in what turned out to be a physically demanding role.
I'm probably going to be in 100 million pieces tomorrow morning. But Tiger Bomb has been my savior for this one because I couldn't move my neck because of whipping it. They were offering me a double, but I said I thought I could do them all. I'm so sore now, I'm regretting that. No, but it looks more real if you're doing it yourself.
The fight sequence was actually choreographed by stunt coordinator Rick Barker, who worked with the actors for several hours before the scene was shot. To help achieve the realistic effect, a Steadicam was used to film the fight sequence from all angles. Camera operator Tani Canavari wore the 40-pound rig as he followed the movement of the actors.
That's the cut.
Stay there.
The numerous action scenes called for a lot of hours spent in makeup and touch-ups. It's not easy to look beautiful in a war zone.
You don't think I just wake up and come this way, do you? So first it's apply the makeup that doesn't look like makeup. Then it's apply the dirt. Strategically, I mean in the right areas. Movie magic. It's a secret. I'm not going to tell.
However, special effects creator Gino Crognoli of KNB did share his secrets with us.
I'm basically applying a ripped open throat to the victim. And I'm blending the edges at the moment and trying to match skin tones so it looks real. This particular piece was made in about a day. It was sculpted in the morning, molded in the afternoon, and baked that same day. And Randall in this particular shot has to be totally destroyed, so he's going to have a couple chunks of scalp showing and, you know, eyes messed up, bloody nose, the whole bit. He'll be covered in blood.
I give up.
In Hollywood, it's a writer's dream to direct one's own script.
That is terrific, because if the movie doesn't turn out the way I had envisioned it when I wrote it, now I can't turn around and say, oh, well, the director sure messed it up because I'm him. So that's neat.
What are you doing, man?
You'll like me once you get to know me, Jack Death.
You know, Shark, this could be the beginning of a beautiful... Forget it.
Trancers 3. 3 times, and you're deaf.
Well, I think Robot Wars is sort of like a takeoff on this other film they did, RoboJocks. They had these robots that were fighting, you know, wars. Men don't fight wars anymore, robots fought wars. But now, these particular robots are underground. They've been buried along with other weapons and guns and things, and nobody fights anybody anymore. But I, as an archaeologist, find out that there's this covering of this stuff called infrasorbate that's in the ground, and it's covering up, so satellite pictures can't reveal that there are actually weapons and robots and other things like buried underneath the Earth's surface. And these two guys, Chow Sing and Wally, threatened to take over this part of the hemisphere where we're living now. So they want to take those robots and use them and use the ammunition and the guns. And I hook up with this guy Drake, and we try to stop all this major disaster from happening. In this particular role of Lita, I'm much more in control and in charge and carrying the ball, you know. In a movie like Reanimator, I was sort of at the mercy of what everybody else was doing, and I was a reactionary character. I'm not so much that in this movie. I take action here. In From Beyond, I was much more of a take-charge character also, probably a little bit more similar, but this girl is a little bit more tomboyish. She's a little more tough, and she can control herself and hold her own with a man. I think Full Moon does a lot of movies like that where women have more of a powerful position, and I certainly do. I get to hit a couple people in the mouth and wield a gun around, and I'm very much in charge, and it's more exciting to play a part like that, I think.
We all know that when things get a little crazy, someone always remarks, "There must be a full moon tonight."
All full moon films are loaded with magic. Usually, magicians don't reveal their secrets. But Videozone has convinced David Allen, Full Moon's star sorcerer, to share some of the behind-the-scenes wizardry from Dr. Mordred.
This is the castle for the fifth dimensional world. This was designed by Dennis Gordon and built by Dennis and some of his artisans. In the movie, it was lit more or less normally, and this portion of the miniature tries to duplicate that area of the set that was built for the live action. And sometimes this castle has been used to complete the portion of the set that was never built and is put in with split screen so that we see what looks to be a larger part of the whole structure.
David Allen has been animating inanimate objects for years, beginning with Gumby in the 60s, to the Pillsbury Doughboy in the 70s, to an Academy Award nomination for the young Sherlock Holmes in the 80s. David Allen continues to give Full Moon Films that extra touch of magic. Those 15-foot skeletons that everyone is reacting to in terror are in reality only 6 inches tall and never showed up on the set, except for the foot of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That was like about a half-scale foot of a actual Tyrannosaurus of this character here. So that was a pretty straightforward perspective effect shot, you know, the kind that had been done since the silent days. When you see the movie, hopefully you will believe that you're in some kind of a hall of fossils. We don't have any, in fact, in the set. There was never anything there at all, not even parts of a full-size one.
Tell that to the poor security guard who's destined to be T-Rex hors d'oeuvre.
This little man, there's one scene in the movie where the Tyrannosaurus here in the background picks him up. And the tie only, well, it's just a little piece of stripped lead, you know, so that it can be animated, be waving around.
Shooting a stop-motion animation sequence is extremely time-consuming. The models will be moved 24 positions for 1 second of screen time, and to shoot 1 foot of film in 1 hour is considered a rapid pace. With time at such a high premium, David Allen subjects his subjects to screen tests.
The incoming scene is an animation shot that we did a few days ago, and the test was done to try to help determine what camera speed we should use so that the speed of the animation fall and the speed of the large head that comes down and shatters will cut together. Most of the scenes of the dinosaur skeletons are done through model animation, and this scene, however, where it has to fall and shatter, seemed to me to be a little too difficult to animate convincingly. This is the overscale model of the miniature dinosaur that we've been using in all the other scenes. It's made of a special type of plaster so that when the head hits, it'll shatter. That's fine, okay?
Right. God, our powers can be amusing.
Dr. Mordred stars Jeffrey Combs, Brian Thompson, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Demand it at your video store.
The makers of Robot Johnts take you to a future where super robots keep the peace.
Well, General, you're getting a ringside seat here.
But beneath the technology lies a plot.
The Eastern Alliance is on our side.
To turn its machines.
Come on, what would somebody be hiding under a ghost town? How about a huge cache of weapons?
Into engines of destruction.
Captain Wally has commandeered the robot.
I learned a whole 9 robot yards.
Strap in, Stumpy!
The robot wars have begun.
Watch this baby dance.
What are you gonna do with that rusty old tin can?
Take out the garbage, scumbag.
Robot wars.
She journeyed to a forbidden land to unlock evil's darkest mystery. But now that she has tasted the power of the night, her only desire is to stop an unspeakable demon from devouring her soul. Solid Stone. Subspecies 2.
Okay, kids, come on in here. Don't be frightened. This is arcade. It's all done in virtual reality. It's so real, you'll think you're actually in the game. Enjoy.
You gotta try this thing.
We got some home versions of arcade.
He's alive now. Wake up.
Don't you see them?
We have to turn it off, Lily. I'm gonna turn it off.
No!
It's a machine without a soul. If he gets you, you're dead. Don't play this game. Stay clear of it.
Everyone is rocking to Superstation 66.6.
Dangerous Dan O'Dare is on the loose!
But now, a DJ from beyond space is going to turn the airwaves to total terror.
Oh my God!
Turn off your radio before it's too late!
Bad Channels, now on video cassette from Full Moon Entertainment. Soundtrack by Blue Oyster Cult, available on Moonstone Records. In Comet Valley, the seeds that aliens have planted have grown inside of human souls.
The question is, are you one of them? Or one of us?
We can't be sure about anyone anymore.
Seed People. Now on video cassette from Full Moon Entertainment. In an abandoned warehouse, evil has been waiting, watching, wanting for someone to play with its toys.
We're gonna have a lot of fun here tonight, friend.
Someone's inside the toys. What do you want?
Demonic Toys. Now on video cassette from Full Moon Entertainment.
Hi, Full Moon fans. I'm Charlie Spradling, and I'm here on the set of Trancers 3 to tell you about our hottest new collector's items. Moonstone Records has just released the newest soundtrack from our movie Bad Channels. This CD has over 70 minutes of songs by such great new acts as Psychotic Symphony, DMT, and Fair Game. Even the legendary rock band Blue Oyster Cult performs 2 songs, as well as the movie's original score. At Full Moon, our imagination just keeps growing, especially with our new trading card sets from Seed People and Bad Channels. Now you can learn the secret origins of monster plants and intergalactic bands. The cards also have full-color drawings of your favorite characters. But our wildest moving pictures are our comic book versions of Doll Man and demonic toys. Malibu Graphics keeps pushing Brick and Jack to the limit, so be sure to pick up these 4-issue limited series at your local comic store or newsstand. It's a hot summer here at Full Moon. There's no better time to wear our t-shirts than now. Our latest silkscreen hits include Netherworld and Demonic Toys. What do you think? You can also get your official Full Moon t-shirt when you join the fan club. $20 also gets you a subscription to our Moon Flash newsletter. It's the first and best way to get news on our upcoming films and our behind-the-scenes Full Moon magic. For more information about becoming a Full Moon fanatic, you can call our hotline at 1-800-999-9559 or write to Full Moon Entertainment, P.O. Box 526, 8721, Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069. Thanks for watching Videozone. Keep sending me those letters and I'll see you next time.